My name is Daniel Zhang, and tonight was supposed to be the crowning achievement of our family's legacy, the grand opening of the Imperial Crown Hotel in Beverly Hills, the newest jewel in our $200 million luxury hotel chain. Instead, it became the night my uncle learned that in the hospitality business, personal relationships matter more than fancy titles. I grew up in hotels. While other kids played in backyards, I wandered through elegant lobbies and perfectly manicured gardens. My father, James Zhang, had built Zhang luxury properties from a single struggling hotel in San Francisco into a respected regional chain. Uncle Robert, his younger brother, handled the financial side while Dad focused on what he did best, making guests feel like royalty. "Remember, Daniel," Dad would say as we walked through our hotels, greeting every employee by name. "In this business, reputation isn't built on thread count or bathroom fixtures. It's built on relationships." When Dad died unexpectedly 5 years ago, I was 25 and had just finished my MBA. Uncle Robert became CEO, with me as Director of Guest Relations. Together, we had ambitious plans to expand the chain nationally, starting with our most ambitious project yet, the $50 million Imperial Crown Hotel in Beverly Hills. The Imperial Crown was my baby. While Uncle Robert focused on attracting investors, I spent 2 years developing relationships with Hollywood's elite. Personal phone calls, private meetings, countless dinners. I built a network of A-list celebrities and influential industry figures who trusted me to provide the discretion and personalized service they demanded. "This is old-fashioned nonsense," Uncle Robert complained during one of our strategy meetings. "We need to focus on modernization, automation, cutting costs. Your way of doing things is too expensive." But I stood firm. Our celebrity clients don't want automated check-ins and chatbot concierges. They want personal attention from staff who know their preferences and protect their privacy. "Times are changing," he argued. "Look at what the big chains are doing. Automated everything, minimal staff contact, maximum efficiency." "We're not a big chain," I reminded him. "Our advantage is personalized service. That's what Dad built this company on." I should have seen the warning signs. The new board members with their talk of streamlining operations. The consultants analyzing every employee interaction for efficiency opportunities. The gradual shift away from Dad's philosophy of personal service toward a more corporate approach. Then came the celebrity contracts for the grand opening. I'd spent months negotiating with top actors, musicians, and industry power players to attend. Each agreement was carefully crafted, building on personal relationships I'd developed. The PR value alone would be worth millions. "These contracts are ridiculous," Uncle Robert said, tossing them onto the conference room table. "Private butlers, personalized maintenance, dedicated security teams. Do you know how much this costs?" "It's an investment in our brand," I explained. "Having these celebrities associate with our hotel can be achieved much more efficiently," he cut in. "We've partnered with Celebrity Connect Incorporated that can provide influencers and celebrities at half the cost." My stomach dropped. "Those aren't real relationships. They're paid endorsements. Our guests will see right through." "The board has already approved the change," he interrupted, "along with our new automated service model." I stared at him. "What automated service model?" He smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Welcome to the future, nephew. App-based check-in, digital concierge services, automated room service ordering. We're cutting staff contact by 60%. "That's not what we do," I protested. "Our whole brand is built on personal service." "Dad would never." "Your father," he said coldly, "is no longer here, and his outdated ideas about hospitality need to evolve." I stood up, anger rising. "Those outdated ideas built this company. Our guests choose us because we offer something different from the big chains. If we lose that—" He laughed. "The changes are already in motion. The new systems will be implemented tonight before the grand opening." "Without consulting me? I'm the Director of Guest Relations." "Not anymore." He slid a document across the table. "The board has eliminated your position as part of our restructuring. Your personal approach to guest relations doesn't align with our new direction." I picked up the termination letter, hands shaking slightly. "You're firing me? Tonight? Before the opening? Effective immediately. Don't worry about the opening. Celebrity Connect will handle everything." He gestured to security waiting by the door. "Please clear out your office." I looked around the conference room. at the faces of board members, carefully avoiding my eyes. People who'd known me since childhood, who'd attended my father's funeral, who'd praised my work in growing our celebrity client base. None of them spoke up. As security escorted me to my office, I passed Sarah, our head concierge of 15 years. "Mr. Daniel," she whispered, tears in her eyes, "they're letting go half the staff, replacing us with kiosks and apps." I squeezed her hand. "Don't worry about tonight's opening," I said quietly. "Just watch." In my office, I calmly packed my things, including one very important folder: the original celebrity contracts for tonight's grand opening, all negotiated personally by me, all in my name rather than the hotel's. Uncle Robert appeared in the doorway. "I'll need those contracts." I smiled, sliding the folder into my briefcase. "These are personal agreements between me and my clients. If you want them transferred to the hotel, we'll need to renegotiate terms." I paused. "Of course you don't meet them, right? You have Celebrity Connect now." His face darkened. "You're just like your father, stuck in the past, unable to see the future of this industry." I picked up my briefcase and walked to the door, then turned back. "You know what Dad used to say about the hospitality business, Uncle Robert? It's not about the building or the brand, it's about trust. Tonight, we'll see who people trust more, your apps and paid influencers or real relationships." As I walked out of the hotel I'd helped build, my phone was already buzzing with messages from celebrities' assistants confirming their arrival times for tonight. None of them knew they were walking into a war for the soul of our family business. But in 6 hours, when the red carpet rolled out and the cameras started flashing, everyone would understand exactly what the hospitality business is really about. And Uncle Robert would learn that some things in this industry can't be automated, like loyalty, trust, and karma. The next 6 hours passed in a blur of phone calls and text messages. I set up a command center in my penthouse apartment overlooking Beverly Hills, watching the chaos unfold at the Imperial Crown through my industry contacts. "They're trying to reach all the celebrities' managers," texted Maria, my former assistant. "No one's returning their calls." I smiled, remembering how Uncle Robert had dismissed the importance of personal relationships. He was about to learn that in Hollywood, trust isn't transferable. At 6 p.m., 3 hours before the grand opening, my phone rang. It was Jessica Chen, my father's oldest friend and the owner of Chen Global Media. "Daniel, darling," she said without preamble, "please tell me you're fixing this mess. I have 3 A-list clients arriving tonight, and I'm hearing horror stories about automated check-ins and robot concierges." "Don't worry, Aunt Jessica," I said, using the honorary title I'd given her as a child. "I've made alternative arrangements. The Beverly Wilshire had some last-minute cancellations. They're expecting your clients." She was quiet for a moment. "The contracts were with you personally, weren't they? Not the hotel." "Dad taught me well," I replied. "Always maintain direct relationships." She laughed. "Your father would be proud." "But what about the opening? The press is already gathering." I looked at my watch. "Just make sure the cameras are rolling at 8:55 p.m. By 7 p.m., the Imperial Crown's lobby was filling with local politicians, business leaders, and social media influencers, Uncle Robert's new idea of VIP guests. The hotel's longtime staff had been replaced by young people in identical blazers, holding tablets to demonstrate the new automated systems. Sarah, the former head concierge, sent me a video. The sleek check-in kiosks stood unused while confused guests waited in line to speak to the few remaining human staff. The new digital concierge app was crashing, and the automated room service system was sending orders to the wrong rooms. At 8 p.m., the red carpet was rolled out. Entertainment reporters lined the entrance, waiting for the promised parade of celebrities. Uncle Robert stood at the top of the steps, practiced smile in place, ready to welcome Hollywood's elite to his modern luxury hotel. But at 8:30 p.m., something was wrong. None of the major celebrities had arrived. The reporters were getting restless. The social media influencers were running out of things to photograph. My phone buzzed. A text from Uncle Robert. "Where are they?" I didn't respond. Instead, I sent a message to my entire celebrity contact list. Showtime. At 8:55 p.m., exactly as planned, a fleet of luxury cars began arriving, not at the Imperial Crown, but at the Beverly Wilshire 5 blocks away. Oscar winners, music superstars, and Hollywood power players stepped onto that red carpet, each one greeted personally by me. Entertainment reporters, sensing the real story, rushed to relocate. Live feeds switched from the Imperial Crown's empty entrance to the impromptu star-studded gathering at the Beverly Wilshire. Daniel Zhang, why aren't these celebrities at your family's hotel opening tonight? A reporter thrust a microphone toward me. Before I could answer, Leonardo Martinez, one of Hollywood's biggest directors, stepped in. Because Daniel understands what luxury really means. My family has stayed at Zhang hotels for years because of the personal service. Now they want to replace that with apps? That's not luxury, that's just expensive convenience. More celebrities chimed in, each with a personal story about how I or our longtime staff had helped them, protected their privacy, or gone above and beyond to meet their needs. Every testimonial was another nail in Uncle Robert's automated luxury concept. At 9:30 p.m., my phone rang again. It was Vernon Richards, our largest investor. "This is a disaster," he said without greeting. "The press is crucifying us. Social media is calling it the night luxury died." Robert's trying to blame Celebrity Connect, but everyone knows the real story. The board is calling an emergency meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Be there. I ended the call and looked around at the gathered celebrities, not just clients, but friends who trusted me. Several were already posting about the soulless automation at the Imperial Crown compared to the true luxury experience they'd always enjoyed at Zhang hotels. Just then, Sarah sent another video. The Imperial Crown's lobby was nearly empty. The tablet-wielding staff looked lost. And Uncle Robert was having a very public meltdown at the front desk, trying to make the automated system work for an angry guest. At midnight, I finally returned home. Messages had been pouring in all night, from guests, employees, industry contacts, all sharing stories about what Zhang Luxury Properties had meant to them, all expressing dismay at its new direction. The next morning, I arrived at the emergency board meeting to find Uncle Robert already there, looking like he hadn't slept. "This is your fault," he snapped. "You've sabotaged us." "No," I replied calmly. "I just showed everyone the difference between real luxury and automated convenience." Vernon Richards cleared his throat. "The numbers are clear. Cancellations are pouring in. Our celebrity clients are publicly abandoning us. The press is predicting the end of the Zhang Hotel brand." He turned to Uncle Robert. "Your modernization plan has failed spectacularly." "We can still save this," Uncle Robert protested. "We'll hire new celebrities, better influencers." "It's not about hiring celebrities," I interrupted. "It's about earning their trust." Dad understood that. Every longtime employee understood that. The only person who didn't understand was you. The board vote was unanimous. Uncle Robert was out. I was reinstated not just as Director of Guest Relations, but as CEO. My first act was to call Sarah. "Get the old team back together." I told her. All of them. By evening, the Imperial Crown's lobby was once again staffed by familiar faces. The automated kiosks were gone, replaced by personal greeting at the door. The digital concierge app was deleted, and our experienced human concierges were back at their desk. A week later, we held a second opening. This time, the red carpet was full of genuine friends of the hotel, not paid endorsers. Celebrities arrived to personal greetings from staff who knew their preferences. Every detail was handled with the human touch that had made our brand special. In the months that followed, our reputation not only recovered but grew stronger. The contrast between our failed automation experiment and return to personal service became a Harvard Business School case study in the true meaning of luxury. Uncle Robert now runs a chain of budget hotels, fully automated with minimal staff. Sometimes I see him at industry events, but we rarely speak. The last time, though, he surprised me. "Your father was right," he said quietly, "about everything." I nodded, thinking of Dad's lessons about the importance of relationships. "The funny thing is," I replied, "all those automated systems you wanted, we actually use them now, but behind the scenes, supporting our staff, not replacing them." Because luxury isn't about technology or efficiency. It's about making people feel special. Today, Zhang Luxury Properties is valued at over $500 million, with properties in every major city. We're known not just for our beautiful hotels, but for our exceptional personal service. Every new employee hears the story of the Imperial Crown's 2 openings as part of their training. A reminder that in the hospitality business, you can automate processes, but you can't automate relationships. Sarah, now our global head of guest relations, summed it up best. What Mr. Robert never understood was that luxury isn't about what you have. It's about how you make people feel. And no app in the world can replace a genuine smile and a caring heart. As for me, I keep Dad's old guest book in my office, filled with handwritten notes from satisfied guests over the decades. Sometimes, when I'm dealing with the pressures of running a luxury hotel empire, I open it and read their words of appreciation. It reminds me that in this business, success isn't measured in star ratings or revenue figures. It's measured in relationships, trust, and the simple human connections that turn guests into friends and hotels into homes away from home. The night of that failed opening became legend in the hospitality industry. The night automation tried to replace humanity in luxury service, and humanity won. But for me, it was simply the night that proved what Dad had always taught me. In the end, people don't remember the thread count or the bathroom fixtures. They remember how you made them feel.